Hey, this is Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much as always for viewing my video. Please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. Please hit that thumbs up button. That'll help my channel analytics out. I appreciate that. And leave a comment section below. That'll help my channel out as well. In this video, I'm going to reveal a few jazz record albums, reissue albums that I recently purchased. And I'm also going to review a jazz CD. This is a very dynamic and dramatic performance that everyone should listen to. A lot of you may have heard this CD or album before, but this is for the few who have not. I recently bought the CD at a thrift store, and it is a very tremendous performance. I'll do that in the last section of this video. I already opened the box and get that out of the way, but I'm going to reveal the recent jazz reissue LPs, and I'm going to start with this one. Lee Morgan, The Procrastinator is the name of the album. This album was originally recorded through various recording sessions, I think 2 or 3 recording sessions in 1967 and 1969. It was not released until 1978, I believe, on a 2 LP set. And the name of the album, again, The Procrastinator, Lee Morgan. And this album is part of the Blue Note vinyl series reissue label. And this album features Lee Morgan trumpet, Wayne Shorter tenor sax, Bobby Hutcherson vibes, Herbie Hancock piano, Ron Carter bass, Billy Higgins drums, and the title track, The Procrastinator, is quite fascinating. It has this very nice groove to it. I'll perhaps will review this album in an upcoming video. Lee Morgan, The Procrastinator. Again, this wasn't released until 1978. After his death, Lee Morgan died in 1972, so it was approximately 6 years after his death that the album was released. But like I said, it was a part of a 2 LP reissue record, I believe. But that one was issued in 2025 recently. This one is another one that I'm looking forward to listening to on my turntable setup. This is Wayne Shorter. The Soothsayer is the name of this album. This album, again, was released late. This was recorded in 1965, I believe. It was not issued till 1979. This album features James Spaulding alto sax. Tenor sax was manned by Wayne Shorter. Freddie Hubbard trumpet. You know, we get Freddie Hubbard and Wayne Shorter together. It's going to be great. McCoy Tyner piano. Ron Carter bass. Tony Williams drums. That great drummer who's great at setting the pace and being a heartbeat of a jazz group. The Soothsayer. This, again, part of the Blue Note Classic Vinyl series. This was issued in 2025 recently as well. Again, I'm looking forward to listening to Wayne Shorter, The Soothsayer, and maybe I'll feature that in a review video in the near future. Now, this one is by an underrated jazz piano player, at least in my opinion. Again, part of the Blue Note Classic Vinyl series. It's a Geri Allen trio. This features Ron Carter and Tony Williams. Ron Carter bass, Tony Williams drums. And the name of this album is 21. Now, this is a 2 LP set. Now, I bought this at Acoustic Sounds, and it was at a low price. I believe I paid something like $16 for it. That's a great price for a 2 LP set by this magnificent trio. Geri Allen was a magnificent piano player. She unfortunately passed away, I believe, in the year 2017 at the age of 60. Magnificent piano player, great educator, and composer, Geri Allen. Part of the Blue Note Classic Vinyl series. Check this out on YouTube if you're not familiar with this album. That's another one I can't wait to listen to on my turntable setup. And another one, before I get to the CD review, now this is a 4 LP set, and I was awaiting this release for some time. It's Keith Jarrett at the Deer Head Inn. Again, this is a 4 LP set. This was originally recorded in 1992, I believe, but it was not released until 1994. And I don't think it was, according to Discogs, I don't know if this was ever released on vinyl format, on record LP format. It was previously released on CD and cassette format, but I don't think it was ever released on vinyl LP format. This features Keith Jarrett piano, Geri P8 double bass, Paul Motion drums. Show you the front of the box. I'll show you the contents of the box as well. Might as well do that. I think the lighting might be too bright for this to show up properly, but I'll show it anyway, just in case it is. And it comes in this slip case. Here's a side, oh, by the way. Like I said, there's two gatefold covers that each one has 2 LPs a piece, and I'll show you that. Actually, before I show you that, I'll show you the hype sticker. This is one I actually opened, but I hadn't listened to it yet. That is the hype sticker. And I'll show you the contents of each of the gatefolds. This is the first one. Front. That is the back. I love Keith Jarrett's piano playing. He's just a grand master at jazz piano. He's just sensational. I'll show you actually one of the ECM labels. This was issued on ECM Records. If I fail to mention that, I'll show you one of the labels. And that is the first gatefold album cover, and this is the second one. And the inside of the gatefold. This 4 LP set costs, I believe, approximately $140. It was $139 and change for this 4 LP box set of Keith Jarrett, again, at the Deerhead Inn. It is called Complete Recordings, recorded in 1992. But this set was issued recently, as of the posting date of this video, in 2025. Now I'm going to review this CD. Now this is a very, as I said previously, a very dynamic and dramatic jazz performance. It is an excellent pairing of musician and arranger and conductor. This pairing reminds me of the pairing of Miles Davis and Gil Evans. It's that transcendently great, in my opinion. The name of the CD, The Cat, by Jimmy Smith, featuring Jimmy Smith, organ. And this is a big band effort where you have musicians. The trumpet section is like Thad Jones, Bernie Glow, Snooky Young, Ernie Royale. You have Kenny Burrell guitar, Grady Tate drums, and it is just this huge canvas of sound where you have this, this trumpet section, a trombone section. We have a brass trombone in the mix, tuba, percussion. It is a massive sound stage. It sounds very rich, very full, even on CD. I'll get to the sound in a second. But if you're not familiar with and oh, by the way, this is Lalo Schifrin who arranged and conducted this excellent performance. Jimmy Smith on organ, where you have, I believe Kenny Burrell, if I recall, was in the right speaker. Grady Tate on drums, I believe it was in the, no, Kenny Burrell was in the left speaker. Grady Tate, I believe, was in the right speaker, or Jimi Hendrix. I wish Jimi Hendrix was on here. But Jimmy Smith was in the middle of the sound stage, surrounded by this full and rich and warm conducted orchestra band by Lalo Schifrin. And like I said, this is an excellent pairing. But if you want to listen to the CD, if you've never heard this before, listen to the song Cat. The Cat, where you have this dramatic punch and it just hits you immediately. It has this infectious vibe and groove throughout the CD, throughout the performances. And it is an amazing pairing. Again, Lalo Schifrin and Jimmy Smith. And it's amazing how Lalo Schifrin set the framework of sensational success on this a great CD. It reminds me of like a basketball coach like Phil Jackson you know, and Tex Winter, how they set that triangle offense for Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan or Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, where you have this mastermind surrounded by this great talent, and it produced championships. Well, that's what happened on this CD. Lalo Schifrin set this framework to use these superstar musicians, and it revealed itself in fantabulous performances, fantastic sound. The overall product is great in my opinion. I just love the canvas, the beautiful musical canvas, the soundstage that Lalo Schifrin produced on this CD is just sensational. Lalo Schifrin, in my mind, in my opinion, he's up there with the greats like Quincy Jones and Henry Mancini in terms of his work. He's done, you know, a lot of television and film work. He did the soundtrack for Mannix, Mission Impossible, the movie Bullet. I have a lot of his albums in my collection. He had a brilliant mind in terms of big band dramatics and dynamics, in terms of performances, in terms of recording, in terms of filling the soundstage and making it so people can dig it. You know, people can really just love the sound. It's very, like I say, it was very infectious, and it draws you in. That's what this CD does, and that's what Lalo Schifrin did. It draws you in, and like I said, he set the platform for all these superstar musicians to excel, and that's what it's all about. And it was just set up where Jimmy Smith can just handle his business and solo magnificently in the middle of the soundstage. What a wonderful performance this is. Lalo Schifrin was just sensational, and he was great for a long time. I think as of the posting date of this video, he didn't pass away not that long ago. He passed away June 26, 2025, at the age of 93. He was from Argentina, and he was a mastermind in terms of arranger and conductor. He was brilliant. Lalo Schifrin, Jimmy Smith, what a fantastic pairing. The sound, I'm going to give it 8.5 on the CD version. I played this through my Denafrips Pontus 15th edition DAC, and the sound was very full, rich, and warm. I believe this will probably sound significantly better on a vinyl format, and I plan to get the most recent issue of this one, hopefully in the near future. Whereas this was lacking, you know, the razor sharp dynamics and detail that vinyl provides, but the CD sounds quite good in my opinion. That's a warmth in the full and dimensional soundstage. I would give the sound an 8.5. The performance is between a 9 and a 9.5. It's just off the chart sensational. The Cat, Jimmy Smith, arranged and conducted by Lalo Schifrin. What a sensational performance this is. I recently bought this at a thrift store, and I didn't have it up to this point. It's marvelous in my opinion. Ironically, me and my wife have a cat, and that cat has never set foot in this room. I don't want any cat hairs in my music room. I can love that cat outside of my music room. He's a wonderful cat. But those are my most recent jazz album purchases. Hopefully I review some of those in future videos, and I can't wait to listen to those albums. Really appreciate it. If you have any of those albums, the CD or album called The Cat, please leave your comments in the comment section below. This is brilliant. It sounds sensational. Like I said, it's so rich and full. Please leave your comments in the comment section below if you plan to purchase some of these reissue albums. And also, I'd like to notify my audience, I do have a PayPal donation link in the description below. That'll aid in me buying records to review on my channel. And also, there are some Amazon affiliate links in the description below for some products to sell. I get a commission for the sale of those products. But even if you do not go through purchase any of those products, but just go through those links to Amazon and do your Amazon purchases, is just as long as you go through those links first to Amazon, I get a commission for that sale as well. And those commission funds help me buy records to review on this channel, keep me relevant. So tell all your family and friends, if you're going to purchase anything from Amazon, just go through Kenny's Audiophile links in the description below and make their Amazon purchases, and I'll get a commission for that sale. It's totally free to you. I really appreciate that consideration. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. Thank you for viewing. God bless, strong love, and more important than the music, let's keep the peace worldwide.